Good morning, guys. Today we're gonna continue with our second patrol. This is the second part because I ended the episode earlier because I didn't want to go too long. But for future reference, I'm going to try to make an episode out of one patrol. That way you guys can watch the whole thing. But we will see how that plays out. Or we're gonna call that in so we get paid for it really quick. What's making the morale go down? Being hunted? Yeah, right. We're not being hunted. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn on the navigation map and we're going to navigate towards the ship. And not only are we gonna go get these prisoners, but in the last time I played this, I picked up a dive suit. So this is gonna be the first time we actually use this. Not the first time we've used it on the channel. However, it is the first time we're going to be using it in the campaign that we're doing currently. I shouldn't be able to interact with this. That's still too far. See here, wreckage. Okay, I want to take care of the food situation first, not so let's go into the gallery here. Yeah, they need more food, definitely. Let's add the 3 pork in there. There we go. They should have plenty of food now. So their diet is salted pork, potatoes, bread, and I think this is canned bread, I think. Well, we got 5 of it. Let me check. It's not going to tell me what this is in here. Yeah, it is. It's canned bread. Are you serious? What are you on about? That's interesting. Let's see what we got here. That's just the enlisted guys. Okay, we don't want that. I'm gonna just dead stop this so that we don't have any issues. Grab Bill and you, Fletcher. I'm gonna send a freighter, see what we can't find. I thought it would be kind of cool to send a crew member down there. I'm gonna send one of the mechanics down there. There we go. Now he's good to go. Check out this wreckage here and see what's in there. I don't think we'll be able to store anything because I think we're full up on supplies, but I do want to check what's up in here. Might be something interesting. Maybe some intelligence. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this kind of thing. I've done it before in earlier versions of the game, but yeah, this animation, to be honest, when you send a diver down in there, it is kind of fun. Okay, so we are now in the engine room. I'm gonna check out this cargo hold, even though we probably won't be able to take anything from it because we're full up on stuff. But I do want to see what we actually sent to the bottom. Okay, let's view the transported goods and see what we sent to the bottom. Oh man, holy shit. We actually sent over 1,000 medkits to the bottom. Oh, that's medical supplies that the Brits are going to be missing for sure. I'm actually going to get rid of this canned fish or whatever it is and just move 5 more medkits over. Because I mean, we have 86 of the other canned goods, so we don't necessarily need it. What I'm actually going to do is return to the surface, throw the canned bread over the side there, and then actually I could probably give it to let's give it to the prisoners. It will be survivors of that wreck. It'll give us more reputation as well. So let's do that, and then I'll send him back down there, and we'll go get the 5 extra medkits. But that is awesome. We sent well over 1,000 medkits to the bottom of the ocean. Medkits that the allies won't get. That was a major hit, definitely. Wow, it is so deep down here you can't even see the diver walk around. Sometimes you can, but it is black down here. Okay, so I'm gonna interact with them. We'll take care of these guys first, and what we'll do is we'll drop them the canned bread because we only got 6 left of it anyway. 3 reputation for that. And then what we're gonna do is now that we have a free slot, I'm gonna send somebody down there again to get 5 more medkits of the stuff down. I think I'm gonna send myself down there now. There we go. Skipper's going down there. I'm gonna go check things out myself, and we're gonna steal 5 more of those medkits because those are gonna come in use. If it was replaceable parts, that would be a little more valuable, but just it's the same, med kits are the next most valuable thing that you can grab. If it was food, I would be grabbing that too. I've sunk freighters with a bunch of food on it. I've sunk freighters with a bunch of stuff on them. Now we gotta go all the way down to the cargo hold again so we can steal 5 more medkits. Alright guys, here we are back in the cargo hold, and we're going to steal more medical supplies for ourselves. 5 more medkits, return to service. Now if we get hit by death charges or something like that, we'll have medical supplies that is sufficient to take care of everyone, because at this point we have 15 medkits, and across the whole crew we should be able to revive several members of the crew, hopefully. But we don't have too many instances where we have to revive people, but we'll see how that goes. Currently nothing bad has happened, but I guarantee you there's gonna be some sketchy moments for sure. Welcome back to U-48. So I guess now I need to go back into the galley and throw more food in the galley. It would appear not. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be doing some surface patrol while my crew, actually Webster, needs to sleep. So what we're gonna do is going to throw this extra mechanic here on the engines so we can still use the full capacity of the engines. And just gotta find the engine room here. Oh, this one has ventilation system. Apparently that one is in the engine room. That would have been nice to know, actually. But now that I know that U-48 has a ventilation system, that's gonna make things a little easier if we're doing long distance trips. Just flip that on and we have an endless supply of oxygen flowing through the ship. And take these 2 people off while he's sleeping, and then I'm gonna give him those sailors so we can still use full capacity of the engines. As of right now though, we're gonna run at half speed here. I'm going to wake up. Let's head towards the patrol zone real quick. Because even though we got a ship outside the patrol zone, we still need to complete the patrol, and the mission is not going to be completed until we do that. Now that I'm thinking about it though, I need to run that compressor so we can get air back in here. I think that's what we're going to do. Whoever's on the shift for the engines at the time. What the heck is he doing? No, I want you on the engines. Please, now stay there because you're critical to it. Thank you. Now we're burning a lot less fuel at half speed. I like that. Okay, so I do I have the compressor going? It looks like I do. And it is, yes, I do have the compressor going. Alright, so what we want to do now is I think I'm going to go to time compression here so we're not driving around for hours. Yeah, I like switching the engine mechanics. I think that was a wise decision to do that. I think that was very wise to get an extra mechanic so we could do that. Never really focused on the mechanics when I did earlier playthroughs or when I played this game by myself, but now that I see the results of it, it's like they're probably more important than the extra hydrophone guy, honestly, to be real. But we are at full energy for our hydrophone guy, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive the boat. We're back on battery engines, and I'm gonna get my hydrophone guy to run the listening room hydrophone, and just to make things a little easier for him, we're gonna slow down to a crawl and see if we can't pick something up on this little strait that we're going through. Okay, let's see if we can't pick something up here. I actually want to turn that. Oh, we picked something up. Cool, really cool. This quickly, this is awesome. And throw this in full head at first, and if it's not enough to intercept, it looks like it will be good enough to intercept, then I was going to throw it at flank ahead, but I really don't want to any more fuel than I have to be honest, so that's why I start with full ahead first. There's also a contact over here too. Alright, which one is shorter? That's what I want to know. This one is not available, so if we jacked up the flight speed, okay, that's also 100 something miles. So I'm gonna go with the one that we can intercept at full speed instead of, well, actually, in all honesty, I guess it really doesn't matter because we are just using the battery. It's not affecting our fuel at all. We just might have to charge a little bit before we get there, and that's just gonna have to be something that we do. I think if I can make it to about 30 miles left until we get there, what I'm going to do is charge the batteries at that point. Hopefully by 30 miles they will be primarily charged up. But this is gonna be extremely successful. I'm liking how this is playing now. But I do want to turn on that ventilation system in the engine room, to be honest. So I'm gonna do that so we don't have to worry about oxygen problem. Okay, that should keep the oxygen from going down too quickly. Looks like it's not working in this case, so I'm just gonna have to watch that oxygen level and see how it goes. So we might be surfacing. Yeah, it's not letting us use it, so I'm just gonna have one of the crew members just turn off because it's pointless. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. I'll be watching the battery level and oxygen level like a hawk so you guys don't die on me here. We have a closer contact because I would rather go after a closer contact, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna see if any of these are
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
and they initially are showing. Okay, that's 114. The other one is 100 and, let's see here. I think the other one is 120 or something, I think. I want to check that real quick.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloy.
Yeah, so this is several miles left. So let's go with this one because it's a little closer. Not much, but it is a little closer. It's gonna bring us away from the patrol zone. But actually, to be honest, the more ships we can get outside of the patrol zone, the better, because that's gonna allow us to get more XP and stuff like that to upgrade the ship and put into researching technology. So that's why I'm not really worried about the patrol. If we run out of torpedoes or ammo before we get to the patrol zone, what I'll do is I'll just fast time compress until we complete the mileage. But I'm going to be watching that oxygen supplies and battery level quite a bit because I don't want you guys dying on me. I wouldn't be that much good of a captain if I let you guys die on me. But it's also situations like this that I wish I had a double hydrophone operator too, because when one got tired I could just swatch them out and swapping the engine guys out. But it is what it is. And so about 50 miles or so I'm going to surface the ship, and then we're gonna charge the batteries for a little bit. And I'm gonna pause it when it hits that marker so I don't have to rush to do it.
Aktuelle Tiefe 10 Meter.
Okay, so now we're surfing in, and so I'm gonna let that happen real quick, and then what I'll do is I'll start to get the compressed air back in here that we need, and then charge the batteries, and we'll do everything we need to do on the surface, because the oxygen is gonna take care of itself. It's the batteries that aren't in the greatest condition right now. And for the time being, I'm gonna get my hydrophone guy sleeping because he's gonna be busy when I get everything set up and the batteries charged up and whatnot. The electric compressor going. Could use the diesel one, but I don't want to use any more fuel than I have. So to be honest, using the electric one even on the surface is a lot better. Now once you get the snorkel attached to the ship, what you can do is you can push compressed air while you're under the surface, but you can't do that now because what will happen is it will use the supplies that is on the ship, the oxygen supplies on the ship, to actually give you more compressed air. So as of right now, you don't want to do that under the water, but once we do get the snorkel attached to this ship, we could technically typically do that. That's why I said once we do get the snorkel going, it's gonna be life underwater 95% of the time. We're not gonna be surfacing very much because we won't have a need to breathe. We won't have a need to do any of that. But I do like the efficient engines here. This is awesome. Let's check this out so we can see this. Guys, we've been running for, let's see, we left at September 15th, 1939. It is now September 7th, 1939, and we've been running at half speed or higher the entire time. Only when we're searching for shit with a hydrophone check do we not do that. We slow down dead slow, and that's because it allows our hydrophone guy to see or hear what is popping up on the hydrophone a lot easier. So that's why you do that initially. But as a whole, we've been running at standard speed or higher the whole time we've been out here, and we still have 95% of our fuel. That is crazy. Time compressing a little bit so we can get the air in here a little faster. I mean, it doesn't do that, but because we're time compressing it, it goes up faster, therefore we get to the charging batteries process faster as well. I feel like sometimes I should use the diesel compressor, but again, you can't get your diesel back, and you can get your battery back. So I mean, I kinda don't like using the diesel compressor. Okay, now the battery should start charging. Why isn't this actually charging? That is kind of alarming. Okay, let me slow down the time compression so that I have time to check things out. Battery, it's not the gyro compass. For some strange reason, our battery doesn't want charge. But why? Hang on, let me try something, guys. I'm gonna try to periscope it and then resurface. Of course, that means we're gonna have to blow the air back in here, but I wonder if the battery's kind of glitched out on me. Nothing's taking the battery energy. I'm not understanding what's actually going on there. So I'm gonna try going back under and then resurfacing and see if that fixes it, because I wonder if the battery engine is kind of glitched on me a little bit.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind auf Zero-Tiefe.
Please.
Langsam blasen. Aktuelle Tiefe 10 Meter.
That's just, it's not making any sense to me. I don't know why the battery isn't charging the way it should. Because we're moving at flank speed, it should be charging in all honesty. But I'm not sure why it's not. That is weird. Okay, let's try this. Let's, because there's a button that we can use on the throttle. Let's just stop the ship. Okay, and then there's a button that allows you to charge on the surface. Maybe that's only available when you have the snorkel hooked up, but I know I've done it before. Yeah, something funky is going on with my battery. I'm not sure what actually is going on, because there's no reason that it should be actually not charging. So I'm trying to figure out why it's not. And of course now I have to use the diesel compressor because we don't have enough battery life in the battery to do it again. Throw the diesel compressor on just to fill our air back up. But something is definitely going on here, no doubt. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, okay, it charges at half speed. Alright, okay. Well, let's see if we're still going fast enough to, because we did delay ourselves a little bit there, and we're losing fuel like crazy now. But that's because we're running the diesel compressor, not something I wanted to do, and from what I understand could have been avoided, but it is what it is. I'm gonna dive back down as soon as our batteries are in good shape. Make sure we're still on course with this contact here. You got some kind of transmission here. Probably another U-boat putting something in, but I do want to check that out. Can I actually do a supply run? Or are we too far out?
Funkspruch erhalten.
There are no resupply ships in the area. No tactical base. No resupply. Okay. We don't necessarily need to, but I wanted to see if we could stay on here longer if we had a supply ship come up. So I was gonna get a full complement of torpedoes to stay out here a little longer because we wasted some in the initial episode that we did for a second boat. Okay, let's dive back under, and I'm going to temporarily slow down to dead slow so he can pick that back up. Once he does, we're gonna go full head and try to intercept this thing again.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aus
Okay, we're
Seebordtiefe.
periscope done at this point.
Schraubengeräusch.
Okay, he's picked it back up now. So let's see here. We're about 24 miles from the interception point, but I want to make sure that any course. Yeah, he did slightly, so. But he's kind of closer now, so we're only about 4 miles from the interception point, which is actually ideal. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to real quick here swap our engine people out here. Okay, now I'm going to set
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff.
him back and wake him back up. He's gonna go back to the engine, and I'm gonna put his full complement of sailors on there. There we go, and we should be going fast enough to intercept again. See how that works? That is so cheap, but you know, it makes the game easier for sure. I can't time compress anymore. Here we go. That was weird. We're about 2 miles from the interception point right now, so we shouldn't be waiting too much longer. Okay, now I'm gonna wake myself up here. I'm gonna get on that periscope there, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull the alarm guys a little early so we can have everybody in position to do what they need to do. Okay, so we have visual contact of some sort. And actually, I want to speed this up a little bit more, to be honest, because I want to be completely stopped by the time we actually see the thing, so that all we have to do is wait for it to come in. Of course, we're using more battery fuel, though. All right, about 9 cables from it. But because we've been having issues with the torpedo angle, I want to wait just a little bit longer. There we go. That should be good. I'm gonna have. It looks like this might be a neutral ship. I might have to board it to check them. So, because it's getting kind of close. I think it might be a smuggler. Usually, if you don't see it turn red, there we go. Now it's turning red. Okay, now we know it's Brit. Okay. I don't know if, yeah, it's Brit. I can't say for sure that, I was gonna say I couldn't say for sure if it was Brit or not, but it's Brit. Sometimes you get Canadians, and then in the late war you'll get Americans and Russians and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes you'll get Swedish ships in amongst the British and Canadian ships. So they're not all British, but at this point in the war they are primarily all British. Because it's still the first year of the war. Actually, I feel like I should throw this in reverse just a little bit, to be honest, because I want him kind of like slide past me, if you will, and we're gonna just wait until this targeting process is complete, and then we'll see if we can't hit this thing. I don't think we'll have any problems because we're relatively on the interception point. However, that's gonna have to be determined when I look through this periscope and see if it's actually at the right angle on bow for me to be effective. Right now, as of right now, according to the percentage, we have a 66% chance of hitting it. You mostly want to wait until at least 85-90% before you fire. There's people that play this game that actually target manually, but due to my disability, it is just easier to actually just have the AI do this part for me, and then going into the periscope so that you guys can see the ship get blown up, etc. And we got a 79% chance now, 80% 10% chance. Yeah, the angle on bow should be pretty good.
K zurück.
86%. I'm gonna go with 90 here, guys, before I actually let these things go. Because I don't want to have the same mistake as I had last time. But it looks like the angle on bow, I think, should be good to go at 90% here. And we got starting to pull away from the ship, but that's what I want them to do. I want them to have enough room to go past my ship, and then me have enough room for the warheads on the submarine to activate. That was the thing I was concerned about. Like, do we have enough distance to target and the warhead to actually activate? Because you do have to be concerned about that. If you're too close, then you won't actually do that. But I think because we're summing cables out now, I think we should be able to stop this and go into the periscope mode here and shoot this thing. I think if we go forward at the lowest speed possible, we should be fine as well. I'm gonna look through the periscope here. Oh yeah, we're kinda close here for sure. I'm gonna torpedo through one, and it doesn't say that the angle on bow is terrible, so we should be able to hit this thing at this point. I do want to check the course of that torpedo. Looks like it's gonna hit, so I'm gonna go back to the periscope view so you guys can see this thing blow up. I'm gonna pop this periscope as high as I can out of the water so we can actually see it above the waves here.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg.
It's 40 seconds to impact. This is Empire Dawn. 30 seconds to impact.
20 Sekunden.
20 seconds to impact. It's the impact.
Torpedo versagt.
Torpedo was a dud. Dang it. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to... Actually, let's pause the game real quick because I don't want that ship getting away, to be honest. Do we have any free mechanics here? Torpedo was a dud. So, I'm going to see if I can't maintain the torpedoes here before we fire the next one. Because if we heat them up, it'll decrease the percentage of a dud, to be honest. So let's go ahead and see if I can't get this man to... I'm not sure how to get them to do that. That's the question. No, I want somebody to maintain these. How do I do that? I'm not sure how to do that exactly, but...
Halbe Fahrt zurück.
Says that he's seeing two ships.
Rohr 3 bewässern.
Alright, just in case we actually get duds again. But I do want to back up to maybe about a mile out before I actually launch it.
Torpedorohr 2 gewartet.
Rohr
2 bewässern.
2 bewässert.
Ein Torpedo auf halbem Weg.
Yeah, half distance, 40 seconds to impact. Hopefully it works this time. I think we used a maintain torpedo. Apparently they don't turn red anymore.
20 Sekunden.
20 seconds.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
10 seconds.
Feindliches Schiff getroffen.
Yeah, broke in half, guys. Broke in
Feuer
half.
an Deck.
It's done. That was an insta kill. Oh man, that broke in half. Oh shit. That was interesting.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
I've never seen a ship break in half in this game. I mean, I've seen other players do it, but me personally, I've never seen a ship break in half. Oh. That's interesting for sure. It's funny that we haven't even reached the patrol area and we're blowing the heck out of the ships. Well, I'm gonna surface. We're gonna take these prisoners on board here and continue with our job. German command's gonna be absolutely thrilled with us this time.
Tanks anblasen.
So the tanks, nice.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Switching to diesel engines. Okay, calling in the kill for roughly 2,500 marks. I'm not gonna lie, this is the most successful U-boat playthrough I've ever had in my life. I think by the end of the war, we're gonna be the most feared crew these guys have ever seen.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
I think, guys, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pick up these sailors, and then we're gonna end the episode there. Just because I want to end it on a high note. I was thinking that we would probably get to the patrol zone this episode, but I don't want to play for too much longer, so I have to edit these videos myself. So again, thank you for the support you guys gave me. We're up to about 627 subscribers. I appreciate it very much. So you guys are a part of my family almost, and I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for enjoying the content, and we'll see you guys next time.